Hey guys, Graybeard here for Just Go Backpacking, and today we're going to do a quick review on the Anker Gen 2 16,000 mAh external battery pack. This has been a great piece of equipment for me. I know that Gadget also uses it when we're on the trail. I know people have different opinions of whether to bring electronics on the trail. Some people really look for the solitude and put everything away. Other people bring quite a bit. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I do like a little comfort. I do have my pack weight down pretty well, so I think I can afford a few luxury items, and we'll go through some of the items that I bring onto the trail. But this has been a great piece of equipment. This is, I know there's a newer model out that's a 26,000 or 26.8 mAh, and that's just amazing. You probably could be out all summer with that thing, but this one at 16,000 does everything you would need to do to be out on the trail for a week or more. This is easily able to charge the iPhone 5 6 or 7 times. I know they do the iPhone 6 times, the Galaxy 6 4 times. I think tablets are a little tougher because they really eat a lot of juice, but you could easily charge a tablet at least once with this. But that would be where you'd probably run into some issues. But I'll just show you the items that I bring onto the trail typically, especially if it's going to be more than one day on the trail. Some of them are necessities, and it's great to have this. Some of them are comfort items, and they're just kind of nice to haves. So typically we've been filming our adventures out on the trail. So prior to today, this is the first time I'm using the new camera, but prior to today I was using a GoPro. So I was using, I bring a couple of extra batteries for the GoPro, and for 3 days, if I'm careful, I could easily go without charging it, just replacing the batteries. Typically what I do after I film a sequence, I turn it off, and I probably easily could get 3 or 4 days with just taking the couple of extra batteries with me. But we were bringing the GoPro. I now have a Sony camera that we'll probably talk about somewhere along the line, and hopefully this is improved quality on this video, but we'll see how that comes out. So the GoPro comes with us. Another piece that is more of a necessity is the headlamp that I use is a black diamond. I think it's a Spot. I'm not exactly sure if it's the Spot or not, but it's a rechargeable headlamp. So again, for 3 days, if I'm careful, probably not a big deal, but it's good to have the peace of mind that I can charge it as I go. And then also the iPhone. This is the 5C or something. I'm not even sure which one it is. But if I have that on airplane mode, I'm getting probably easily 3 days out of it anyways. But again, this for me is mostly peace of mind. I could probably get by with all of this stuff if I'm careful for a 3-day trip and not have to worry about it, but this is definitely peace of mind. And some of the guys that hike with us have been able to use it too. Some of them bring the smaller ones that will give you one full charge, but if you start taking a lot of pictures or if you're listening to music or something like that, you can really go through the battery on a smartphone pretty quick. And then the last piece, and this is purely a comfort item, is this little Bluetooth speaker that I bring, and this is good. Typically towards the end of the day we'll put this on so that the 3 or 4 of us that are on the trail can hear the music. Again, purely a comfort item, and I know some people just say enjoy the solitude of the forest and things, but we find it kind of nice towards the end of the day, the last couple of hours. You're tired, maybe you're just trying to get into the next camp. And it's nice to have this. We do, if we see any people, if we cross through any shelters or whatever, we'll tone it down so we're not, plowing through the woods, blaring music as we go. So those are the items typically that I have. And as you would guess, as soon as I get into camp and get the tent set up, I'll pop a couple of them on. It does have two inputs here, so that you can charge two things at a time. It also has a flashlight, not super powerful, but it works. And it does have a power indicator that I'm trying to see get to work here. I think it tends to work easier if there's something in it. There we go. So you'll get the power indicator. It has 4 bars, and you can keep track of where it goes. Couple of things about this that you have to keep in mind is it's heavy. It comes in at about 11 ounces, so it is heavy. But again, if you have your pack weight down, otherwise it's not too bad. The other thing is it takes a long time to charge this unit. Overnight is best. Unless you're just topping it off, I would plan to charge this overnight. And according to the manufacturer, you want to use I think it's the 2 amp charger. They say that if you use the others, the weaker chargers, similar to what you get with your phone, that there's a possibility that this unit could overheat. I've used those and I haven't had that issue, but I will tell you it takes a really long time, several hours for this thing to charge completely. So those are a couple of things you need to keep in mind. Very affordable on Amazon right now, $36.99. This is a great company with great customer service. They have an 18-month warranty on this item. I know with some of these battery packs, you know, after they go through a number of cycles, they tend to not hold a charge or discharge really quick. This one, I haven't seen that, and having the 18-month warranty, let's face it, if you have it for a year and a half, 2 years, and you start to see some degradation in performance, that wouldn't be that unusual for a device like this. But it's, you know, for 37 bucks, if it's 2 or 3 years and you start to see a decline in performance, it's probably not the end of the world. What it comes with, in addition to the unit, is it comes with the cord to charge with, and it comes with a mesh pack. I don't use the mesh pack. Actually, I've been using the mesh pack for my water filter, for my Sawyer Mini. Actually, I just moved to the squeeze, and that fits in here too. But what's nice is because it's mesh, you can hang this on the outside of the pack and keep and dry out your filter. So that's what comes with the pack. Again, as I said earlier, there is a flashlight on it, which is not too bad for inside the tent. Again, one of the other things is there's a really nice finish on it, and it feels durable. So I guess that's one of the reasons I'm not so concerned about keeping it in the case. I keep it in a dry sack inside my bag, and I'm pretty careful with it, but it's pretty substantial, and I think this finish on it, it doesn't mar up, and it feels pretty protective, so I'm not that worried about it getting beat up. One thing I failed to mention earlier is that Anker has a proprietary technology called Power IQ, which enables the unit to recognize the device that is connected, and it will automatically use charge it at the fastest rate. So I do know my iPhone charges really fast with this. The GoPro also does. All the devices charge really fast. And on a recent trip, we were out for 3 days on a recent trip, and I was charging, again, the GoPro, the speaker, and the headlamp and the phone every night. And at the end of 3 days, I still had 4 bars on this. So I know I've seen reviews and I've seen comments from Thruhikers that easily use this for a week before they get into a town and still have plenty of juice when they get into the town, into a hostel or a hotel, and start the recharging process. So it's a great device. Again, a little bit of weight. So if you're a real gram weenie, this is probably not for you. But for me, again, I have my pack weight down, you know, pretty well, so I'm not that concerned with it. And it really does give you peace of mind. So even if you're not bringing a lot of these comfort items, if you're just bringing a phone, maybe a GPS, you know, this would give you some peace of mind, and it's not a lot of money. The next, as I said earlier, the next model up, the 26.8, is $70, and that goes over a pound. So it's close to twice this weight. That to me really starts to become prohibitive, but this is more than enough right now. So I would say if you do bring electronics with you, I think this is a great item to have. Great company, great customer service, great warranty. The price is right. And it seems like it's something that you'd have for quite a while. So I hope that was useful. Hope you enjoyed the review of the Anker Gen 2 16,000 mAh battery pack. Great piece of gear. We've gotten great use out of it already and expect to get a lot more out of it. So if you do bring electronics into the field with you, this is a great piece to have for some peace of mind and enhance the experience. So if you have any questions, please leave them and we will respond. Any comments, suggestions, anything you think we said here that doesn't match your experience with this, I'm sure folks would love to hear it. But in the meantime, whether you take this or any other piece of equipment like this, the most important thing is just get out on the trail and just go backpacking.